looks at it and describes as revisionist.
They certainly have them now, and you will find them.
The President has every reason to know that it was indeed accurate, just as previous administrations have said so, just as he believes so, and therefore he said so. And so he looks at it and describes as revisionist history those who now seem to cast doubt on the accuracy of the intelligence information that stated that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction prior to the war.
There was one story that suggested that the White House had sort of dumped the whole responsibility for finding weapons of mass destruction onto the CIA and put it in charge of the effort to find weapons in Iraq.
Well, it's the CIA and the DoD doing it together. If you can imagine a country as large as Iraq, which is the size of California, it requires a tremendous number of people to help move with the logistics, to get people into place, to carry out their work. Iraq remains a place with great danger in many places, and so there has to be security provided for some of the experts to travel around. So it's a combination, it's a combined effort of the CIA and the DoD.
Are you indicating that we went to war basically on an inference that he had to have them, or was there specific credible evidence?
This was asked before. It was based on intelligence information that led to the conclusion of this administration, previous administration, and many on the Hill, that Saddam Hussein did indeed have weapons of mass destruction, of course.
Enough specific, credible information of the existence of weapons, not any inference, but of the actual existence of weapons. There was enough of that to lead us to go to war.
Sure, let me give you an example.
Can you answer that question before you?
It was the threat of Saddam having weapons of mass destruction, Saddam Hussein's militaristic history in which he had used weapons of mass destruction against others.
I'm specifically not asking about history. I'm asking about what we saw on the ground just before the war.
But
Did
you
we
can't
know
separate
that those weapons were there?
You cannot separate the two. You cannot separate history.
We did not have enough of that.
No, I'm saying it's a combination. That the decision to go to war was based on the knowledge that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction, and that Saddam Hussein had a history of using weapons of mass destruction, that he had a militaristic history, and that we successfully carried out a war and did so in a way that Saddam Hussein was not able to use his weapons of mass destruction, that he may have had some of it destroyed, that he has had it hidden as part of a whole apparatus of concealment that he mastered over the years that he dealt with the United Nations inspectors.
No, it's accurate when the search isn't over and it happens.
The only reason you came to conclusions is because somebody found something.